Well, howdy, folks. Welcome back again to It's All About Racing. This is the start of my collection of NASCAR cars. Not that I've given up on GT3 cars and prototypes. I've got plenty more. However, I do have I've got to have about 100 NASCAR cars dating from the early 1990s all the way up through about 2012. When I quit collecting and actually, quite frankly, quit watching NASCAR. I haven't watched NASCAR for about 10, 15 years now. But anyhow, this was always one of my favorites, one of the very last ones I collected. This was a 2011 Lionel NASCAR collectible, that of Denny Hamlin, number 11 car, in what they call the ARC Stealth, and you can see that on the box on the box. Yeah, the ARC Stealth car. It came with a 2011 race schedule in there of both the of all the series of NASCAR, and you got this really cool car, basically stealthed out. Now, I don't believe this livery was ever raced. This was just kind of a make-believe thing. You know, if you took that car and you made it all white and gray and black, what would it look like? And well, I'm just a sucker for anything black. And being a Virginia boy with Denny Hamlin, you know, being from Virginia, from the Chesterfield County area, actually, Virginia, naturally, Denny Hamlin was one of my favorite drivers at the time. But anyhow, this is a really cool and unique car. These are all in 1/24 scale, by the way, all the cars that I have. And as I said, I've got about 100 of them. I'll show you in just a moment here. But anyhow, let me do that real quickly, then we'll get right back to this. And there you have it. There's a look at my collection of NASCAR cars that you can see there. And beneath it, you'll see hats that I've collected from the recent races and some of the tracks that I visited in the IMSA WeatherTech series. But as you can see, I do have an extensive collection of NASCAR cars. And there you see all of them there. Well, as I'm sure most of you know, all these NASCAR cars, they are die-cast. They're metal. They're heavy. They're extremely well detailed. I mean, here's a look at the bottom of the things. They're just absolutely freaking amazing as far as detail and the amount of craftsmanship that goes into them. Now, they are on a much bigger scale than the cars I typically collect. One reason I appreciate the smaller cars, but as you can see, I mean, details of these things are just absolutely freaking phenomenal. They do have these annoying nets. Some of them you can take down. On this particular one, you cannot. But nevertheless, it does give you a good idea of what the interior of the car looks like. The trunks and the hood typically open on most all these cars. Some come with antennas, other not. Most cases not, but some do. The flaps up here to prevent the car from rolling over or tumbling, they open up. There are two of them, one on each side of the cabin. The rear window detail is exceptional. You know, you usually look at the fuel tank back there, as well as vents and hoses and other, much like you see in the cars, you know, the 143 scale cars that I typically do. And of course, you know, these are stock cars. You know, they're by no means real cars. They just look like a Toyota, but they're not really a Toyota. Just look like it. They're just make-believe. And if you let's open up the trunk here. You can actually see the fuel cell right in there, and there is the fuel cap, right where I put my finger there. You can see where that drops into the fuel cell, and that is the fuel cell on the car. And these little circles you see here, that's where they can put like an Allen wrench tool in there and make adjustments to the car. If the car's not handling the way the driver wants it to, that's what they are used for. In this case, that would be our boy Denny. Wheels are really nicely done. I mean, these guys, you know, whether Action made it, whether it's Lionel, whether it's Rouse Racing, I mean, God, I have tons of them. They are all phenomenally cool cars. There's another good look at the interior and the dash of these cars. And coincidentally, I am putting my entire NASCAR collection up for sale. So if anybody's interested in buying them, in the description below, I will have my email address. Reach out to me, make me an offer. And if it's reasonable, I'll certainly consider it. And there's a good look at the front of the car. Let's take 1 second here and I will open up the hood. Well, this one is a stubborn one to open, but there you have it. And you can see under the hood they have the FedEx logo, Toyota, done in there. Now, unlike the rest of the car, the engine is not blacked out. And you can see Lionel went to an exceptional amount of detail there. I mean, look at the Look at the rails, look at the carburetor. I mean, look at the spark plugs, all the fan belts and everything in there. Just a phenomenally cool job they did amidst the radiator and all the other components of it. Great job by the folks at Lionel on this car. And I think this might be the only Lionel car that I own of my whole collection. But you can see that's the box that it comes in. And if you do choose to buy this particular model, I will package it up and mail it out to you. It'll be about $15 shipping and whatever else you offer me for the car. Close that. And we'll move it around and show you the other side here. You see all the hood pins there. You've got the pinions to open the hood with. And like I said, this livery was never raced. It was just kind of like a make-believe stealth livery. You know, if Denny could have it his way, what would it be? And there you see the dual exhaust coming out of the side here. And this is exactly what the car looked like at the time. Just the livery, as I said, was just make-believe, but it's really, really cool. And there's more details of the interior of the car, which are just absolutely phenomenal in this 1/24 scale. The windows on all these cars, every one of them I have is clear. I wish I could say the same for my 1/43 scale cars, which are so hard to see the interiors of. But these are just absolutely phenomenal. Really cool car. Yes, the wheels do turn. They do roll if you so choose to do so with them. Gosh, I remember my son used to play with them and just beat the living crap out of some of them. Those ones I don't have anymore. But this one was stored in the box. In fact, it's been stored in the box for 12 years. I've never put it on display, not even in my display case. But there you have it. The Denny Hamlin FedEx Express car, the ARC Stealth car. Hope you've enjoyed this video. If you like, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe.